morning to you all. Tony Virtue speaking, Virtue and Partners with our regular monthly update. I guess all eyes now on the US presidential election, which is next week. So a lot of people just sitting on their hands waiting for those results and kind of impacts on really decision making around the world. If you look at the attached data, really there hasn't been a great correlation between who's been in power and how the economy has gone. If you want to succeed, you need a strong economy. That's understood, and at the moment the US economy is doing well. We actually have, we talk about this magnificent seven, and 5 of them are reporting this week. They have a lot of market power, and each of them individually now is larger than the entire Australian stock market. And a word of caution here that they're getting to a size where there is a potential for abuse. I think we've all been on the wrong end of a fee increase where we haven't really been able to do much about it. Particularly artificial intelligence. It has the capacity to be absolutely fantastic for improving health outcomes, but it can be used for bad purposes as well. And it gets increasingly hard to work out what is human sort of activity and what is artificial intelligence. So at the most extreme, governments can move in, they can set some parameters up, they can in fact actually force divestiture of companies there. So look out for that. It is really driving the market, and outside of that in the US there hasn't been that much growth. What you'd expect from here though is that the next tier of companies should start to benefit from improved profitability. You're actually seeing that in the Australian market at the moment, and one of the reasons that bank shares are doing so well is they're gaining from this efficiency, from better technology behind the scenes to run better businesses as opposed to higher revenue lines there. We are in the AGM season in Australia, and part of my role in life is to attend a few of these on behalf of clients. It's good to see the whites of the eyes of the directors, talk to them personally, get a sense as to how motivated they are, what moral hazard there is between them just getting good fees and actually driving a company forward there. Got a couple of situations at the moment, I won't mention them, of companies that the founders have got a bit lost in their way, and they're being replaced now by more professional chief executives who maybe not quite as entrepreneurial but understand what's expected when you list on the ASX. Property market in Australia is still very, very tight on the supply side. You can see the various state governments trying to improve this, a trend towards medium density closer to train lines. The Victorians, who've actually really struggled over the last 3 or 4 years, now have dropped or have actually eliminated stamp duty for strata type investments for the next 12 months to try to stimulate the economy, try to encourage people to buy a little bit more off the plan. That kind of unscrambles some of this egg where developers get access to funding, and so we go. And I think one of the issues to really deal with, and it's running around Canberra at the moment, is this APRA 3% buffer. That is, even though variable rates may be around 6% at the moment, we are calculating based on 9%. To my mind, that is far too excessive. The graphs there showing that they do change this from time to time. It's much easier to change a buffer than it is the headline rate of dropping interest rates. So look for the buffer to be reduced before they drop interest rates, which is a way of providing a capacity for people to borrow more, have more flexibility, get out of mortgage prison, and to my mind, something that should have happened quite some time ago. Banks are well able to assess risk and determine who they want to lend money to. Really, what is going on behind the scenes is that APRA don't particularly want to see a situation where interest rates drop. Everyone invests heavily, there's more speculation, and property goes up significantly. As I've spoken in the past, residential property is by far our largest asset class in Australia. The collective debt to equity is around 20% across the entire Australian market. What that means is there's plenty of firepower there for people to leverage up if they choose to. Typically people who've been invested for a long time. Not so helpful for first-time buyers, so they'll try and adjust things at a regulatory level to try and get those settings right to encourage younger people to get into the market and not give people with too much equity too big of a free kick behind there. We're moving towards Christmas quicker than we know. We've outgrown the Mandy's Gift Club. We can't get everyone in on the same day, so we're going to try a little bit of variation, run 2 or 3 smaller functions, different timelines, some at lunch, so that everyone can get an opportunity to attend on different days and get a little closer time with all of us there. As always, I thank you for the referrals, particularly within the families. Do bring your families in. There's an awful lot that can be done if you get this strategy right and avoid some of the disasters that we are seeing around town. All in all, though, things are looking solid enough. We do need to see rates fall. We do need to see a little bit more confidence in the economy. We do need to see more cash in people's pockets to actually consume a little bit more. All in all now, look for the US market next week to give guidance. If there is something that is really on a nose, I will get back to you quicker. Otherwise, I'll see you all next month. Tony Virtue, when experience pays.